Good evening, everyone. Joe Bangles, President of Dykes OFF Bikes Melbourne. Welcome to episode 3 of Dykes OFF Bikes. This is where we get to know our members, the amazing, incredible women that are under the helmets. Last week we spoke to Sue. Sue is a founding member of Dykes OFF Bikes Melbourne, so we got to hear about all our adventures all over the world and pride marches and just general chit-chat about life. And the week before that we got to listen to Lizzie. So this week we have a guest, Kim. So Kim's been a member for a little while now, and Kim's got some interesting tales to tell us and talk to us about what she gets up to when she's not riding, how she's coping in ISO, and you know what she does for work, all that kind of stuff, coming out, where she grew up and all that fun stuff. So give us a second and we'll get Kim on the line. Somehow. Where is it? Here we go. Hey.
Hey, how you going?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, very good, very good. Where are you tuning in from tonight?
My lovely kitchen at home in the northern suburbs of Melbourne.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Awesome. So introduce yourself.
So
We've got a few
I'm Kim.
people watching at the moment.
Yeah, I noticed there's a few people logging on. So I'm Kim from the northern suburbs of Melbourne. I go by she or her. It's all a little bit confusing for me. It used to just be her. That's me.
Okay. How long have you been a member of Dykes OFF Bikes Melbourne?
So I joined, I think it was the end of 2018, and by the time I sent off all my forms and all the rest of it, I was a member by 2019. I went to my first meeting in 2019, so not too long, but I feel like I've been a part of the family for quite some time. So, yeah, it's been good. It's been great.
So you rode in your first Pride March?
Yes.
Year? Was it this
yes,
year or
I
last
did.
year?
This year. This year was my first Pride March that I rode in. Yeah.
How was it?
Wow, amazing. I've marched in it on foot a couple of times over the years. But riding in it.
We'll talk about who you're marching with in a minute. So
But riding in it is just an amazing experience. I haven't. It was so invigorating to have everyone yelling and screaming and waving and cheering and all of that, and just the roar that came with it was something I haven't felt before. So it was fantastic. It was great.
Pretty full on, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I still get goosebumps every time.
Yeah, I had this huge adrenaline rush. You get off the bike at the end and sort of was like, did that really happen? Like, were people waving at me and all of that? It was great, yeah. And keeping your eyes focused in front of you is also a challenge, but a good challenge.
Now I guess you realise why we go through that full-on safety briefing and talk about, because you can get so easily distracted because the atmosphere, you're just totally absorbed in it, aren't you? Like, and it's you really do. You feel like a rock star for about 10 or 15 minutes because it's pretty quick for us.
Yeah, it was. It felt like it only lasted 2 seconds, but then it also felt like it lasted a lifetime. And I wasn't quite sure where to look. I'm trying to focus on in front of me, plus wave at people beside me and have a look at the atmosphere and what's going on around it. It was an amazing experience. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. So have you got any dream Pride marches that you want to ride in? I mean, they happen all over the world. Have you seen many, like online or anything?
Look, I've seen Sydney Mardi Gras online, and I've been involved in that myself as well, but not with Dykes on Bikes. But I have been to the Sydney one. Riding in that would be amazing. I suppose Sydney would be the bucket list, but also something overseas to experience it somewhere outside of your own country would also be a whole other thrill to go with it as well. So I haven't explored everything else, but yeah, Sydney definitely.
It's pretty
definitely.
amazing. Both of them, like Sydney's just incredible, you know, especially because it's kind of at night time.
Yeah,
Yeah, when we start, it's kind of right on dusk, like
yep,
just as the sun's going down, and it's a long day for us too because we we got to marshal at like 1 or 2 o'clock, right,
yep,
and then we just kind of basically hang around and wait. But it's
yeah,
good because we get to hang out with all the crew, all the Sydney crew. We get riders from all over the world and all that kind of stuff. So it's an amazing day. But again, like Sydney's quite a long parade route, and
yeah.
we do it twice, similar to Melbourne.
Oh,
So
nice.
we
Yep,
start at the opposite end, and we ride down, and then we come back, and the parade follows us. So while it's a longer parade route, it's still over really quick. So
yeah,
you know, you wait all year, and then you wait all day to ride, and then once those bikes start up, like you're just like, wow, here we go again. Like, and
yeah,
it's incredible. So
yeah,
I look forward to the day that you get to ride in that. I'm sure you
yeah.
will. There's talks around the club that we're all going to go up and ride for World Pride.
Okay,
So,
yeah,
when's that? 2023. So a couple
okay,
of years.
yep.
Yeah.
That gives me a
And
chance to plan for that, which is good.
we'll all go up there and ride in. I think we're going to ride to Sydney.
Yeah,
So
that'll be, yeah, long ride.
make it a
I'll
bit of a
hopefully,
journey. We've
yeah,
done
yeah,
it a
make a
few
nice one.
times to ride up. So it's a
Yep,
good ride. Get it
yep.
fucking sore ass though.
You would, yeah. My ass gets sore just driving to Geelong and back on the bike.
I know, I know.
Yeah.
So talking about bikes, what do you ride? Tell us about your bike.
So I've got a Harley Davidson Street 500 custom.
Yep,
So it's been lowered,
yep,
been matte blacked, and the exhaust has been changed over. So I've only just come off my learners probably about 6 or 8 months ago. So I have to stick to the under 650. But I
yep,
didn't want to get just something cheap that was a runabout. I thought,
yep.
you know, I'm stuck on this for 3 years. I may as well go and buy something that I'm going to appreciate and enjoy.
Mm.
So I went for a Harley. You can't ride a motorbike without riding a Harley at least once. So I went straight to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got other thoughts on that. I don't mind them. I
Yeah.
just own one. I've
Look,
ridden
it's,
many. We ride one every year in Mardi Gras
yeah.
because we hire our bikes through Eagle Rider up there,
Yeah.
which look after us. They're absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, it's, I don't know, they're not my cup of tea, but I can certainly see the appeal with them, and especially the streeties. Like, how many have we got in the club now? We've got like
Oh, there's a few.
5.
Yeah,
Like,
4 or 5, I think it is. Yeah. Yeah. They're a good
yeah,
learner bike. They're
yeah,
great for your first bike because they're easy to handle. They're light. They sit nice on the road, and they've still got that power as well.
yeah.
The bigger the Harleys you go, obviously, the more power they've got, and they're a little bit heavier to ride. So I think they're a perfect tidy bike for a young woman to ride. They're comfortable
Well, that
and
was
they're
the market
loud enough.
really aimed at, weren't they?
Yeah, yeah, that's it. That's exactly right. And they're loud enough that people can hear you too. If you get a custom exhaust, no one's going to miss you on that. So it's great. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty loud.
Yeah, yeah, the exhaust is quite loud. It's still not loud enough for me. I'll go a
Well, you
bit
know what
more.
they say, loud pipes save lives.
That's exactly right. Yeah, people
Until
know I'm
Mr.
coming.
Bike pulls you over and go, that's not legal.
I didn't know, sir.
I couldn't hear a thing. I had my headphones in.
Yeah, that's it.
We don't condone this kind of behaviour.
No, no, we don't.
So how long have you been riding?
So I've been riding dirt bikes for quite some time. Yeah. And I figured it was about time I went and got my license. So it was kind of like a midlife crisis after separation. I thought, you know what, I'm going to do something for me. And I decided to go and get my motorbike license and bought a bike. So I've had my license now for just over a year.
Yeah.
But I've been riding since I was about 14 or 15.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So when you were growing up on the dirt bikes, what sort of bikes were they? Can you remember, or were you too young to really take notice of what the bikes were, or just got
So
on?
look, the first one I jumped on was a KX80.
Yeah.
It was I reckon a 80s model KX80. So first bike I ever jumped on.
Yeah.
but I do love my dirt bikes. So I'm into the 250s and things like that. I had a four wheeler at one stage. I had one myself, and they're not legal in Victoria. Didn't realise that you couldn't just go out to a national park and ride a four wheeler, which was a bummer.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, it was. I think there was a Honda in there as well, and yeah, a few Suzukis and stuff. There were just bikes that the kids in the street had, and sort of just hop on it, no helmet, and off you go. It was good fun until Mum caught you.
Back in the days, those good old days, hey?
Yeah.
Staying around. I remember like when the helmet law come in for push bikes. It's like, what's going on there?
Yeah, that's it.
You know, like it makes sense though. You know, no one likes a stack.
No, and I've had a few stacks.
Bike or a motorbike.
Yeah.
Have you had a stack? Have you come off your motorbike?
Yeah, no, I haven't come off this one, thankfully, touch wood. Yeah, dirt bike. I come off a four wheeler. I hit a wombat actually, and it was like hitting a stone. So
yeah, it would have been.
And yeah, I was fanging along. I was moving because I was on they're called a Can-Am DS 650. So the thing flew and just hit this wombat. I reckon I was doing about 70k, and it just flew me straight over the front of the handlebars into a paddock somewhere. And lucky I had some protective gear on. But
did you say Can-Am? They're the three-wheeler ones, yeah?
Yeah, this one was a four-wheeler. So the three-wheelers are the Spiders. Right. Yeah, the three-wheelers are called a Spider. This was a DS 650. The thing flew. Yeah. Nice bike.
I rode one of the three-wheeler Can-Ams.
They look interesting. They're a bit different, but I don't mind them. I don't know.
Yeah, I took one for a short ride. It was a friend's, a couple of years ago. It was very strange, like, because you actually got to steer it.
Yeah,
right, you got to lean.
You got to lean, yeah.
It was bizarre, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying my cup of tea here out of
That's
my
right.
Bikes mug.
Excellent.
Nice
Bit of promotional gear there. They're available.
That's right.
Yep.
You too can have one of these.
Just promote that out there.
Yeah, why wouldn't we, hey?
That's it.
The club.
Why not?
Yeah. Yeah. So, tell me who inspires you.
Look, that's a tough question. I suppose for me growing up, my grandfather inspired me a lot growing up. He's unfortunately now passed. Yep. But I admired his ways of coming to a country that, you know, he wasn't born in. He didn't know a word of English, came here as a young man, 14, 15 years old, and started working and created his own business, you know, at 18, 19. And it gave me the inspiration that you can do something for yourself if you apply yourself and you work hard, you know. And although, you know, working 9 till 5 is great and, you know, working for somebody else is fantastic, I think there's some satisfaction in working for yourself as well and seeing what you've achieved. And that inspired me. He never regretted anything in his life. And he made some bad decisions and he made some bad choices. But he always said to me, Kim, you know, no matter what you do in life, you're going to make right and wrong decisions. And you've got to live with the wrong decisions, but learn from them. And that's true, you know. Don't just accept what is the norm. Do what you feel is right and strive for better. And he really inspired me growing up. It was good.
Yeah.
Good role model.
My business mentor, Aaron, he often says to me that, you know, like there's never been, you know, if you want to start your own business, there's never been a cheaper time to fail.
Yes.
So when you think about that, like you don't need money to start up a business. Like, you really don't.
No, you just need some drive and some passion about what you do, and you can achieve anything. Money just comes with it, you know, after you're successful and you work for yourself for a while and you fail and you get back up, you dust yourself off and you start again. But it's all about passion. Yeah, you just got to keep going. Most definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's good work. I think I'd like your grandfather. Where did he come from?
So he came here from the Czech Republic. When the war was going with unfortunately the Nazis and the Jews and things like that. So he came here on a boat to find a better life in Australia. Yeah, he either had the choice of America or Australia, and he chose Australia. So
he made the right choice.
He did make the right choice. Yes, he did.
We're pretty bloody lucky. We're on an island far, far away at the moment.
yes, we are. Yeah.
Especially seeing what's going on, you know, overseas and like America. Like, I don't know, they're in a whole heap of trouble. a whole
Yeah, look,
heap. But,
there's, yeah, no,
yeah. So,
there's
hey,
a,
talking about like all this kind of ISO and COVID and all that kind of stuff, like, how are you coping? Like, are you still working, or what's
yep.
happening in your
So,
life at the moment?
yeah, so I'm still working. I'm considered essential services because I work in building and construction,
Yep.
um, where obviously without us, roads don't get built, houses don't get built, things like that. So I'm
Mm.
still working. I live on my own. It's just me and my puppy. So,
Yep.
look, I must admit, weekends are hard when you're on your own.
Yeah.
But, I think staying in touch with people like we do as a club and with friends and family and stuff through these kind of meetings and FaceTimes and stuff has made it a lot easier.
Yeah.
But, I think I'm going to learn some new hobbies and probably learn some new skills in this time. But look, it comes with it. Life can be difficult sometimes, but you've just got to make do with what you've got and enjoy it while you can. I'm healthy, I'm happy, I'm still working,
Yeah.
and that's the main thing to me. Yeah, there's people out there in a worse off situation than what I am, so I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been interesting. We've got some kids in the street, and they're always out the front playing. They're on their bikes and riding around. They make jumps like back when we did way back when.
Oh,
On their BMXs. There's three
gosh.
three kids, and I just want to go out and play with them. But like it's probably not the right thing to do.
Oh, I don't know. I'd be tempted
Having
too.
fun. Oh, just having so much fun. I remember fanging around as a kid down the BMX track on mine.
Yep. Yep.
I used to build bikes back when I was a kid, and then I'd go race them and jump them and break them and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, they just look like they're having so much fun. But I can't even go out there. Like, you can't even hang out with anyone. Like, it's
No.
crazy, isn't it?
No, I know. Can't even have anyone over for coffee or anything, just to sort of stop from having to discuss your own issues with your own possibility, with your
We
own
can have one
personalities.
online.
We can have coffee online, yeah, and we can have beers
That's right.
online, so we're all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Look,
What
it
are you
hopefully will
drinking at the
pass.
moment?
Actually, alcoholic ginger beer.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah.
Is that the Brookvale Union?
No, it's from Matzo's from Broome, in WA.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, nice ginger beer.
It is a
So,
nice beer. I've had a few of those.
yeah, it's a good one on a summer's day, I can tell you that.
I'm doing ISO sober.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, pretty much since like Mardi Gras and Chill Out had a couple of big weekends and that, and then all this lockdown, and I just thought I'm just gonna hang out and just get on with stuff. And
Yeah.
I haven't touched a drop. It's been great, actually.
Oh, that's good. Good on you. Good on you. I think I've probably gone the other way and probably drink more now in isolation than what I do outside of it because I've got nothing to do. My days used to be filled with something, whether it be work and then stuff after work. But now I'm sort of feeling lost. I've got nothing to do with myself. I'm sort of sitting in front of the couch. I feel like a big fat slob at the moment, so I'm just
You've got
drinking
to
beer.
find a hobby.
Oh, all my hobbies have shut down.
Polish your bike.
Yeah, I've done that a couple of times. I can tell you that. Nice and clean.
I went into the supermarket, did some essential shopping.
Yep.
And I got a car sponge today.
Oh yeah.
Because I have to wash my car myself. I'm not happy about it.
I did that yesterday.
I saw on the TV, I heard on the radio that when I was driving around the other day, because I do deliveries for my food business.
Yeah.
That someone got fined for washing their car.
Yeah, I did hear that. The fine got retracted apparently, but
Did it?
But yeah, they turned it around because apparently he was an essential worker and he was explaining that he works 12 to 14 hours days and he can't wash it anywhere else. But I thought he can wash it at home if he wanted to. But look, I think it's a bit ridiculous. But
yeah. So we got hammered over the Easter weekend, and so we had 2 cars out delivering and that. My car is putrid, and I just thought I really want to pull in and like wash it, and I thought maybe not.
better not. Yeah.
Things we do,
Yeah.
hey. So talking about work, so you're in building and construction, but you also are a volunteer for the SES.
Yes, I am. Yep.
Tell us about that and how long and what do you do, and tell us a crazy story or two.
So I've been an SES member for quite some time. I was an SES member when I was about 20 and lasted a couple of years and then moved out of the area that I was in and rejoined a couple of years ago in the new area that I live in now in the northern suburbs. And so it's all volunteer, obviously. I respond to things as simple as a tree down or tiles off your roof to what we call RCRs, which are road crash rescues, and car accidents, because the unit that I'm in at Sunbury is a road crash rescue unit, so we respond to those things. Also bushfires. So I spent some time down at Bairnsdale and Sale and stuff for the bushfires at the start of the year.
That was been full on.
Yeah, it was. It was a hectic time. And it's all, we're all volunteers. Most of SES are based on volunteers. Yeah. And I volunteer my time throughout the week, obviously, to do training. And then I have a pager and it can go off at any time of the night or day. Yeah. And you just respond to calls for that. So, if you...
How do you go with that with work?
Look, my work is quite lenient to a degree. Some workplaces are better than others. I try and respond to things mainly after work hours and try and keep it to about a 3 a.m. limit so that I've got enough time to come home, be refreshed and have a bit of a break before I get back into my day job. There have been a few late nights on big storms and stuff like that where you're driving around all night, cutting trees down and things like that. But, it's work-life balance, and being a volunteer, they understand that as well.
And it'd be very rewarding helping people.
Yeah, look, it is. I think I find the biggest thing when you turn up at someone's house and they're frantic because a tree's come down and tiles have come off their roof and they're emotional and they're angry and they just want you to fix it, and then you're standing in their backyard and you're doing everything you can, and they say to you, "Oh, are you a volunteer? Like, you do this for free?" And you say, "Yeah, I'm a volunteer. I don't get paid for this." And they're actually quite surprised. I don't think they realise that a lot of the time it is volunteers coming to your home at 10 o'clock at night to do these things after I've been at work all day. And the appreciation from that is fantastic, and it's something that you don't find a lot in any other profession. Police do a wonderful job, but people still want to give them the worst and things like that, and people treat our ambulance officers with disrespect. But when it comes to being a volunteer, it's a completely different story, which I don't understand. But it's I feel grateful for the thank yous I've had over the time, and I enjoy it.
So what do you do? Obviously, working in the bushfires and stuff, there's a lot of trauma and that there.
Yeah.
What do you do to cope? Like, what are your self-care things? What do you do to look after yourself?
Look, I suppose with volunteering, they with the SES, they've also got peer support available to you if you need it, which is fantastic. Yeah. I throw myself into sport and stuff like that as well, and I talk to my friends. I've got a lot of friends, obviously, through volunteering with the SES. And they understand the situation that you're in because they've probably been to a similar situation as well and seen the same traumas or similar traumas. So sort of bouncing off each other, you've got to adapt a lot of black humour as well, which is unfortunate, but it's a way of coping. Black humour is huge, not making jokes of people, but putting a spin on it that will make you feel better about the situation that you've just witnessed. But I find talking about it. You just got to talk about it. Don't bottle it up because it will explode. Yeah, most certainly. Yeah.
It's interesting. I watched that ambulance show. Yep. Do you watch that?
I do.
That's probably one of my favourite shows. Like that is really cool. Like, why don't they do one for the SES? Like, that'd be cool.
Yeah, look, it would be. I don't know. I suppose. I've got no idea why they don't do it for the SES.
Just a real, insight into the actual work,
Yeah. And, that and Highway Patrol. I love watching Highway Patrol as well. Yeah. Because there's been a few episodes of Highway Patrol where I've seen, car accidents and stuff, and the SES turn up, and I thought, oh yeah, okay, now I'm really interested because you get to see different units do different things and how they approach the situation and stuff like that. But it'd be cool to have I suppose because we're not as full on as the ambulance and Vic Pol and the fire. It's not going all the time, thankfully. I personally, I don't want my pager to go off.
Yeah.
I want it to not making any sound, because that means everyone's safe.
Yeah.
To me, that's what that means. If I hear that pager, something's gone wrong, and that's the sound you don't want to hear. We're very thankful that we have quiet weekends and we have quiet nights. I don't want to be waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning, I can tell you now, because it's horrible.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than getting startled at 3 a.m. to go to a car accident, because you know a family's going to be devastated.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that's full on. Good on you, and thanks for all the work that you do with that.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sure there's
my pleasure.
A few people online. Send Kim a thank you for all the work that she does.
Thank you.
So, where did you grow up?
I'm born and bred in Dandenong, in Victoria. Yep, southeastern suburbs of Melbourne, in Dandenong. You can take the girl out of Dandy, but you can't take the dandy out of the girl.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So from Dandenong, I went to primary school and high school in Dandenong.
Yeah.
And then as a young child and a teenager, sort of moved around a bit, and found myself in the northern suburbs now. So
nice.
Just up near Sunbury, yeah.
And do you want to talk a little bit about your culture and background?
Yeah, so I'm Aboriginal, Indigenous Australian, from Judjawara people who are in the north part of Victoria, near Denali. Our family originate from what we found. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of records around these days, but
do you know if you've still got mob still up there, or
look, I think there is. I've gone back to Denali a couple of times to sort of search cemeteries and information centres and stuff like that about people around, and there's some family around. I don't think there's many left there, but yeah, there's family in northern New South Wales, Northern Territory, things like that, so they're all sort of spread out, you know. They call them they go walkabout for a reason. So,
do you get up to NT much at all?
I've been a couple of times, and it's lovely up there. It's nice and hot, and I love it. I love the heat, and I love the sun, and it's an experience. Yeah, nice. It's a good experience. I think there's places in the world that you need to go to at least once. Yeah. And Northern Territory is one of those places. It's very, very different, you know.
Yeah.
There's no big city skylines like this. It's real country. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm actually supposed to be going to Uluru in August, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, fingers crossed it does. It's a good spot.
Yeah, we'll see how we go. Yeah. I mean, I was supposed to be going to Hawaii. What's the date today? In about a week or 10 days, I was supposed to be going to Hawaii for a honeymoon. But,
wow.
We can't do that. So,
no.
Anyway,
maybe you can bring Hawaii to you.
Year. Yeah. Have you been?
No, but I'm just thinking of adventures for you. Bring Hawaii to you, get some hula skirts, drink some, I don't know, cocktails or something, and dance around in your lounge room. Just chill out a bit. That's it. Why not?
So I saw that you did a bit of essential shopping and popped into AMX. Did you buy anything?
Oh, I did some essential looking.
You didn't get nothing in your helmet or anything?
No. I sort of sussed out what, because the trick with AMX is you go in store, try it all on, and then buy it online cheaper. So
any wonder shops are shut down.
So they put them on sale online, and I wanted to travel to the Epping store, but it's actually, what do they say, you're not allowed to travel 30 minutes outside of your home at the moment. So the Keilor store is only 10 minutes away. The Epping store is 30.
And they've just opened one here, not long ago, in Geelong, which is only 5 minutes from my house. So I haven't been there yet, but I've got all the bike gear I need, so I don't even waste money.
Look, it was more an excuse to go out and enjoy the sun for a bit and get on the bike, because I've been feeling a little bit caged in at the moment after 4 days of staying inside. So, but I figured I'll stop in and see what they've got. Anything on special to buy, a new vest or a pair of pants or something like that. You know, can never go past any extra motorbike gear, I think.
Yeah, I've got like a whole wardrobe full of it. Like stuff I hardly ever wear. Like I
Yeah.
always go back to the same stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I know,
like,
I'm the same.
I need to do a bit of a cull. I threw out
Yeah.
about 6 helmets a while back.
Oh, wow.
Just
See, I've got
like,
3 helmets and I stick to the one helmet for some reason. I don't know why.
yeah, no, I just chucked them in the bin, got rid of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Had to. Yeah.
That's it.
So your dog, you spoke about your dog before. Where's your dog?
Oh, he's out the back somewhere. He's probably sleeping. He's a big fat ass, he is.
Oh, I want to meet him. I used to have a Roddy.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He's 60 kilos worth of Roddy. So,
Wow, what's his name?
yeah. His name's Dark. So,
Yeah.
just like the night sky, Dark. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a rescue. So I adopted him through an acquaintance who
Yeah.
had owned him.